Hello and welcome. Welcome to the Dojo Live recap show this Monday, January 8th, 2024. It's really weird saying 2024. But yes, my name is Kim Lantis and it's my pleasure to be speaking with you today along with America Guerrero.
Hello, Kim. It's nice to be here. Our first recap of the year.
It is. It's been a while since we've done a recap. Matter of fact, what do we do here on the recap show? We talk about past shows we've had here on Dojo Live to give you our feedback, our take, what we liked about them, what we learned, and hopefully to motivate you to watch the shows if you haven't done so already, right? So yeah, we're a little late in the game here. We're going to be recapping two shows, one of which was all the way from December 19th, but we didn't get a chance to do that one yet. And then, of course, what we had going on last week. But the December 19th show was with Samar Khan. He's the founder and chief sustainability officer at Trip AI. And that was a really cool show about how the travel industry is using and can use AI to reduce carbon emissions and really what that role is, along with generative AI as well. And so that was a really, really cool show. And we followed that up last week with Marvel Puri, who is the co-founder and CRO of Vervo Tech. That was all about tech traverse in booking hotels and really about what online travel companies can do to navigate the future stay, to innovate, to make things easier. And of course, we'll introduce what we've got coming up this week as well. But let's kick it off a bit, going back with Samar's show and Trip AI. What were some of your takeaways?
As you said, Kim, we had a conversation about sustainability and AI. What I really liked about this show is that we touched this topic of changing perspective on sustainability in the business world and increasing importance of companies reporting their carbon footprint. So it was really interesting. We also explored the future of travel tech, emphasizing the integration of sustainability components and the potential role of generative AI enhancing eco-friendly travel options and how
That's
you can
right.
reduce costs. Yes, it was really
I think
interesting.
it is something that's near and dear to Samar's heart, has been for a long time. But I think the interesting shift is how sustainability is and has gone from a nice to have to
Uh-huh.
a must have, as particularly with different regulations and everything. And not only with regulations, but with consumers, right? It's
Exactly.
a really great and strong selling point, and something that more and more people are concerned about and paying attention to and wanting to give their business to companies who are, of course, environmentally responsible. And just really what the reporting and what the tracking of that looks like, and ways to identify, of course, where to improve carbon emissions. And I thought one of my really cool takeaways with Samar was this idea of collaboration. I think for me, that was the biggest one in terms of less and less of a competition across
Exactly.
companies like Trip AI, but more this realization that this is something we have to do. And the more people and more companies working toward that same goal, the better. And I thought that was a really cool takeaway.
Yes, it doesn't matter if you're going to work along with your competitor. It's good. It's good
Yes,
for the environment and
if the
business.
ship is all headed in the right and same direction, it benefits everyone, right? I think is the idea there. And last week we got to speak with Marvel Puri and Vervo Tech. What they do is really hotel mapping and how online travel companies can create a sense of consistency for their sites, and just what that kind of means for their consumers, the
Mhm.
end user, of course, the as well as the hotels themselves. What were some of your takeaways?
I really like that we had a conversation about OTAs, tech traverses, but specifically for hotel mapping, how this simplifies the aggregation of hotel data for travel
Mhm.
companies or users. So, for example, when chatting with customers, we emphasize in the integration of chat to keep personalization at the forefront. But it's not only about presenting the right product, it's also about streamlining the
It's
user
okay. We're
journey.
all recovering from viruses these days.
I know, I hate it. So When delving into the concept of a futurist stay, our goal is to craft a seamless experience for the customer. So
Mhm.
the simpler, the better. Is
Yeah,
that the quote?
I
Uh-huh.
think so. And I think it came down to you mentioned personalization, which has been a buzzword in the industry for a long time. And now I think it's shifting to this idea of keeping up with personalization, but also keeping it consistent. And then just the idea of what's up or what the future of generative AI could mean, particularly for online travel companies and booking the types of conversations and just being able to identify amongst all of the options that are available, what the best option is for me, the end user, in an easy sort of conversational way. I think it's really interesting what they're coming up with. Perfect. So yeah, that was the last few shows we've had. This week we've got 2 shows coming up. First up will be on Wednesday the 10th, and that's going to be a really exciting show with Viren Baraya, who is the co-founder and co-CTO of Orcs. Orcs is all about, of course, also generative AI. We're going to be talking specifically about what that means for the way software is built. So for you engineers out there, this show is going to be right up your alley. Ren is definitely a powerhouse in the industry. Ex Google, also worked with Netflix. And so it's going to be a really, really cool show. Be sure to check that one out. Yes, the co creator of Netflix's Conductor. So yeah, check that out on Wednesday. And then on Thursday, it's an exciting show as well because we're going to be kicking off a series here on Dojo Live called Do More in 24, answering the question of how to identify, particularly for travel companies, how to identify to take the next step with AI. We're going to be partnering up with Provision Partners and David Chesler and his team, talking all about how to use AI in the travel industry, how to get started, what it means for you, decision making, and everything else. It's going to be a 5-part series every other Thursday. And yeah, first one's up this Thursday, January 11th. So check out both shows at 10 o'clock a.m. Pacific right here on Dojo Live.